Welcome back. 7:44. Developing right now. Ukraine and Russia inching closer to a peace deal. We saw yesterday Ukraine's president meeting with President Trump, and they could actually meet with Vladimir Putin in the coming days. And joining us now to discuss this is veteran Voorhees. Colonel, always good to see you. Good morning.
Good morning, Ryan. Great to see you.
So it was powerful to see these European leaders standing with the U.S. to end this war. The president actually left to talk with Russia's president. It's complex. Your thoughts on this peace deal?
Yeah, first off, I agree. It was very powerful, very historic to see all the leaders from Europe, EU, NATO there together, united. And I think, when you look at the national elements of power, you see them all being applied here. And those include the diplomatic, which you're seeing with the leaders together there, trying to work together. Also, the meeting with Vladimir Putin. You're seeing the informational element of power where they're sending messages, this must end, we're united. You're seeing the military aspect. You've seen that across for the past 4 years. And then there's another tool, the economic element of national power that's out there that's being threatened with the ability to really impact Russia's economy. So when you combine all of those together and then tip it off with a meeting yesterday, united front, it's very encouraging, but still very complex because of Vladimir Putin. He's the wild card, and he's demonstrated that for a long, long time.
He has, for sure. And obviously, war is terrible. We've seen so many deaths here. Each side, whatever they agree to, they don't want to think it was for nothing, especially in Vladimir Putin's case. So it seems like you're talking territories and land here and NATO protection that wouldn't necessarily be NATO protection. And I think that for Ukraine might be part of this that solves. And it feels like a lot of the pressure is on Russia, especially with all those EU leaders standing there saying, we support this.
Yeah, I totally agree. Vladimir Putin is going to want some land. I think that, he took Crimea in 2012 and also in the Donbass region there in the eastern part of Ukraine, which he has a pretty good foothold in there. But that's going to be a key negotiating point. And, I think both are going to have to give, they're going to have to give a little bit to get to where we need to go, which is hopefully peace. And I think Vladimir Zelensky, with what you mentioned, with some security guarantees, not necessarily membership to NATO, but security guarantees with the European countries and the U.S. is going to potentially help those negotiations to give him and his people some peace of mind and security for the future.
Yeah, and what a difference a few months made with him and President Trump standing side by side, both kind of joking and smiling. Let's finish with this, and I know it's hard to project, but could this end in the next week or two? Because obviously one attack could change everything, but it feels like there's momentum. How important is it to finish this in the next week or two?
Who knows on the week or two. There's been so many encouraging things that we've seen go down the drain, but I do think movement is in the right direction with a potential meeting between Zelensky and Putin, and then a possible meeting that included President Trump. I would look more to probably a couple weeks to a month optimistically for this thing to hopefully wind down, but there's a lot of things that have to fall in place. And I just get back to, you cannot trust Putin, and there's got to be pressure on him to want to do this, and real pressure, again, using all those elements of national power that I mentioned at the beginning combined.
Yeah, a lot of world leaders have echoed those comments. Colonel Voorhees, you're the best. Good to have you on.
Great to see you guys today. Be good, Ryan.